Hello, gracefully chosen community, and welcome to Foster My Stories, the achievement focused podcast for foster care, adoption, orphan, inclusive of underserved communities. I'm your host, Shalina Michelle Tate, and on today's cast episode, I would like to dive into the community highlight of the month, Epworth Children's Home. Please grab your pen and paper. Since 1896, Epworth Children's Home has been a place for children to grow, learn, and be loved. Children's ages 12 and up have come to them from severely stressed family systems, and their goal is to nurture and love them by providing education, counseling, medical care, and spiritual enrichment. Their aim is to break the destructive cycle of abuse, neglect, and shame, and replace it with an opportunity for each child to live a life of self-respect, responsibility, and productivity. Epworth is licensed by the South Carolina Department of Social Services and is recognized as a 501c3 private child and family service organization. The mission is to serve children, youth, and families throughout caring, safe Christian communities where hurts are healed, hope is nurtured, and faith in God, self, and others is developed. So let's dive into some of their services. So the Counseling Center offers outpatient counseling for children, teens, and adults. They have licensed and trained therapists who specialize in treating mental, behavioral, and substance use concerns. They have parenting classes, and they also offer individual, family, and group therapy. And community referrals are welcome. You can visit their website at www.epworth, that's EPWORTH, children'shome.org in order to make an appointment for their services. Currently, they are accepting Cigna EAP, South Carolina Medicaid, BCBS, all plans, Healthy Blue, Molina, Absolute Total Care, Select Health, Optum and TRICARE, and Humana. At this time, they are not accepting any market plans. If you are interested in hearing more about what they offer, you can make an appointment by calling, and once again, this is local to South Carolina, 803-667-4697. That's 803-667-4697. The hours of operation is Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. This, of course, is Eastern Standard Time. They also have an after-hours line by appointment only. You can call at 803-667-4697. They are located at 1154 Sunnyside Drive. That's in Columbia, South Carolina. Area code is 29204. They also have a location in Florence, South Carolina, 1325 Rutledge Avenue. They also have a location in Florence, South Carolina, 1325 Rutledge, Rutledge Avenue, and that's Florence, South Carolina, 29505. The Circle of Parents program provides a friendly, supportive environment led by parents and other caregivers where parents are the experts, and it is a place where anyone in any parenting role can openly discuss the successes and challenges of raising children. It's a place where they can find and share support. They also offer opportunities for you to join a group. And if you would like to learn more about the Circle of Parents group, you can contact any of the coordinators relative to your area. They have a coordinator in upstate named Melanie Cannon. You can reach her at 864-412-4774. That's Melanie Cannon for the upstate, 864-412-4774. For the Midlands, where I'm at, there is Felicia McCreary. You can reach her at 803-256-7394. That's Felicia McCreary, 803-256-7394. And statewide, you can reach Stephanie Turner, and that's 803-753-7162. Stephanie Turner at 803-753-7162. And if you are interested in hosting a group, you can also contact Stephanie for those services as well. Next up, there is the Epworth Early Intervention Center, that's the EEIC, and their goal is to serve families with children who have special needs, developmental delays, and/or disabilities. With more than 3 decades of excellence, the EEIC understands the needs of families with a child who has special needs and works with each family to develop unique individualized plans for service provision. Located on the 32-acre campus of Epworth Children's Home, which is in the heart of Columbia, South Carolina. It was established in February 1980 to serve children with developmental delays and/or disabilities and their families. At that time, the program for children with special needs was not available, and thus EEIC was established to accommodate children with a large range of developmental needs, as well as provide information and support for their families. Over 35 years later, the EEIC continues to offer quality services for youth, children, and their families. You can read more about that information also on the website, and also check into their early intervention programs they offer via preschool and home-based early prevention. For more information on the EEIC, please contact the EEIC office at area code 803-681-0212. That's 803-681-0212. You can also contact Nikki Happy at 803-681-0182. This is at 803-681-0182. Also, Rosemary Faley, Director of Early Intervention Preschool Services at 803-681-0185. That's 803-681-0185. If you are in need of any emergency crisis intervention, please call 911 or 1-800-4-A-CHILD or 1-800-4-A-PARENT. Next up, we have the Family Care Center, which is family focused to make a difference. So their Family Care Center does more than just provide safety, shelter, and meals. Each family receives individualized, comprehensive care, physical, educational, spiritual, and emotional care as well to transform lives and create hope, healthy relationships where parenting skills are developed, facilities and supervision provided for visitation of extended families, recovery mindful living practices, and spirituality. On-campus case managers are assigned to each family. On-campus pastor and faith information activities, life skill, leisure, and recreational health, where money management, family dinners, and activities are on campus, inclusive of a gymnasium, swimming pool, and a certified lifeguard. Sounds awesome. You have your nutrition and wellness on-campus health center with a 24-hour medical support staff, transportation to clinical, medical, dental, and vision appointments, USDA approved nutritional snacks and meal options, educational and vocational services, which include the GED services, on-campus child care, award-winning local schools, inclusive of Brennan Elementary, Hand Middle School, and Dreher High School, after-school tutorial and summer enrichment programs. And during the 3-year pilot phase of this program, 70% of families successfully completed the 6 months program and achieved family prevention. They are allowed to be able to serve via the Department of Social Services, which refers to the FCC as a mother who is at risk of her child being removed from her care and into foster care because of the primary contributing risk factors of abuse, legal or illegal substances, along with intent that the child will live with her and or receive family counseling services, willingness to sign a voluntary placement agreement for children with DSS at least 18 years of age and willing to adhere to program rules and guidelines. And you can find more information via their online brochure via the website as well, where you can also download and complete a referral form. You can also contact LMSW Nicole Sheminti, Director of Family Care Center at 803-254-1306 and office 803-254-1306. And next up, there is the foster care program at Epworth, which, as I have stated in the past and here today, that there's an urgent need for foster care parents in South Carolina. Currently, there's over 4,000 children in South Carolina that are in need of foster care, and at least 1,900 more homes are needed The difference with Epworth is for the foster care program to help ground in the understanding that foster families and the children in their care are fully supported by Epworth's commitment to excellence. Epworth, again, is licensed individuals and married couples across the state of South Carolina, both family foster care and therapeutic foster care, with offices in upstate, Rock Hill, Midlands, PD, and Low Country. Foster families benefit from proven research-based training and around-the-clock support from staff. The children who reside with private family foster families can also benefit from participating in many additional resources that Epworth offers to families across their array of programs, incorporates commitment to comprehensive care for all clients, and pledge to recruit loving, nurturing families. They pledge to recruit loving, caring families and build upon strong existing relationships within United Methodist congregations and community networks. And if you're interested in supporting a foster family via Epworth, you can visit also the website for more details and to also be a constant resource of support and encouragement for you and your family. Once again, they have offices in the Midlands, Low Country, Upstate, PD, and Rock Hill. For the Midlands office, please dial 803-828-7724. That's 803-828-7724. Low Country, 843-670-4733. 843-670-4733. Upstate, 864-704-7863. That's 864-704-7863. PD, 843-609-0335. That's 843-609-3335. And Rock Hill, 803-540-5800. That's 803-540-5800. Next up, they have something called the Home Builders Program, where this program helps provide intensive in-home crisis intervention, counseling, and life skills education for families who have children at imminent risk of placement in the state-funded care. The goal is to prevent the unnecessary out-of-home placement of children through intensive on-site intervention and to teach families new problem-solving skills to prevent future crises. This program only accepts families referred by the state in which one or more children are in imminent danger of being placed in foster, group, or institutional care. Home Builders is also used for families whose children are being returned from out-of-home care, or for families with children from birth to 17 years old who meet certain criteria like child welfare, juvenile justice, or mental health. For placement preventions, if Home Builders is not available, the child or children may be placed in protective custody. Court petition will be filed requesting placement. Voluntary placement agreed will be initiated, and less intensive services will be exhausted or are not appropriate. Maintaining the child in the home is not temporary plan. The child is not on a waiting list. Voluntary placement agreed will be initiated. And then there's some other criteria there on the site at worthchildrenshome.org. Home Builders, you can also look into more information concerning reunification criteria along with the referral process, which is very detailed. All right, so the Higher Education Independent Living Initiative works to give individualized opportunities to young adults between the ages of 18 to 23, is located in the 19-acre Trenholm campus, just minutes from downtown Columbia. The center operates year-round, providing residents with housing, life skills, and support to further their education. Some skills are inclusive of, but not limited to, creative thinking, decision-making, effective communication, various types of coping, and spiritual formation. Provides and supports life skills through the assistance of the community, leaders, and volunteers from all facets, teaching and demonstrating some of the mentioned skills. And please visit the site for the full list of skills that have not been mentioned here today. And opportunities as far as education are inclusive of adult education, Job Corps, the U.S. Army Basic and Advanced Individual Training, the South Carolina Department of Corrections with the Training Academy, among other programs, a 2-year associate's degree, and a 4-year college or university. Upon graduation or earning of a GED, residents may apply to attend post-secondary education of their choice. Past residents have successfully graduated from a branch of military, my schools, USC, that's the University of South Carolina, and Midlands Technical College. There's also Claflin University, Winthrop University, Columbia College, just to name a few. And the independent living care coordinators assist and support each resident from step one. And many of the former students and residents still call Epworth home and come back to visit from time to time, no matter where they have settled. And you can also check out more information to apply to the independent living program. You must complete an online application under the admissions tab or submit a multi-agency universal application to the Director of Independent Living, Brand ES at epworthsc.org, or you can just visit the website www.epworthchildren'shome.org and look into the higher education tab of services. Their success stories, also seeing how you can possibly be involved. So you can visit their site once again at epworthchildren'shome.org, where you can volunteer your time, you can donate, contribute. You can also visit Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and you can also find employment there relative to your location and what's posted. So let's recap. Epworth Children's Home provides a safe, stable, and loving environment for children to serve on its beautiful 32-acre campus. Epworth Children's Home offers multiple programs to serve the children of South Carolina. These include residential services program, independent living, family care center, the Epworth Early Intervention Center, that's the EEIC, foster care and adoptive programs. And regardless of the child's reason for being placed at work, they receive comprehensive individualized care that meets their need in the following area, inclusive of medical, educational, emotional, spiritual, recreational, and independent living skills. And of course, you could visit the site for more information. And the philosophy and practice is based upon the work of an international research team facilitated by the Residential Child Care Project at Cornell University. The acronym is CARE, an acronym for Children and Residential Experience, is based upon key principles that create conditions for positive change in the lives of children and families. These principles are derived from recent research and best practices gleaned from the field's most highly respected practitioners. The application of this model of childcare allows Epworth to create an environment that is understanding, sensitive, and respectful of the struggles of children and families in today's world. This approach promotes a positive change rather than attempting to temporarily control behavior. You can find more about this content at epworthchildren'shome.org. If you've enjoyed today's content, I would love to hear your feedback on the Facebook page, Foster My Stories. And also, if your upbringing, community service, or job connects you to the foster, adoption, orphan, or underserved communities, I would love to have you on the podcast. You can send an email to Foster My Story Podcast 24/7. That is Frank Mary Story Podcast 24/7 at gmail.com. And tell me a snippet of how you, your background, or someone you know relates to the foster, adoption, orphan, or underserved community. Also, you can stay connected as the full website is being developed for Frank Mary's Story with an I, not a Y.com. And make sure to check out updates about content posted on selected Wednesdays throughout the month, and listen to this podcast on any of the platforms convenient to you. Red Circle Podcasts, where you can donate to the efforts of this podcast, Spotify, Amazon Audible, Amazon Music, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, and also on Facebook, where you can also catch missed episodes or stay connected for announcements concerning upcoming guests and our content, along with Instagram and LinkedIn. And like Epworth stated, the growing number of families and youth are well over 4,000, but your support, awareness, and encouragement provides greater hope to progress a youth and their family. Please share this with someone you know. And remember, as always, being fostered, adopted, orphaned, or underserved simply means you're gracefully chosen. Thanks for listening.